I lost 8 pounds the first week of my calorie deficit, but it is not what you think that it is. Let's do a week one check in since I started my calorie deficit. Hello, my name is Kaylee. Welcome to my YouTube channel. The first week of my calorie deficit was quite a roller coaster, and I lost again probably 8 pounds, but not at all how you think that you would lose it. And we're not talking about fat necessarily. So, typically, what happens when you first start a calorie deficit, especially if you are lowering your carb intake, is that your body is going to then use up that stored glycogen as your energy source, and every ounce essentially of glycogen contains water. And so when the glycogen is released, thus meaning water is released. And so a lot of times what you'll see over the first week of a calorie deficit, again, especially if you've lowered your carbs a little bit, is you'll see a release of that water happen as your body sort of goes through those energy reserves. And that is exactly what happened during the first week of mine. I will also say, so I started my calorie deficit last Monday. We are now on Wednesday when you are seeing this video. Monday through Friday, I lost a total of 6 pounds, and that was pure water weight that my body was just holding on to through all of the glycogen. And then Saturday morning, I ate something that really upset my stomach, and I had what I would call probably a mild case of food poisoning over the weekend. And I lost another 2 pounds. And so I lost a total of 8 pounds from Monday to Monday, 6 of those pounds being mostly water weight, 2 of those pounds really being from not eating properly and not being able to retain anything over the course of the weekend, really. So, roughly what I would say is 6 pounds that I lost of pure water weight over the course of last week in the first week of my calorie deficit. But overall, I am feeling really good on this calorie deficit. Last time I did a calorie deficit was, I want to say last summer. And then I went into a maintenance period for quite a while. And I remember I was using a different app at the time, and it always wanted to lower my calories significantly. And I just remember thinking before I went into this one, I did a little mini bulk. It was a very lean, like mini bulk. And I just remember thinking, like, to. I don't want to eat that low ever again in my life because my workouts were suffering, my sleep was suffering, everything was suffering, and I just did not want to go through that. And so I worked really hard to work my calories up to where when I do a deficit, they're not that drastic. And so I talk about in one of my other videos when I started the cut, I started at 1,700 calories for the cut, 1,700 something calories for the cut. And I feel great so far. Yes, it is a lot of carbs still, and that is to fuel my workouts to give my body the energy that it needs to do so. And then a good amount of protein. I think I'm eating right now like 150 grams of protein. And so I'm trying to maintain the muscle that I built during that lean bulk. And I said that in the other video as well. And then obviously, uh, eating carbs to fuel my workout because I don't want my workouts to suffer just because I'm on a calorie deficit. And so, right now, so far, I again have lost the water weight for the most part. I'm feeling less like fluffy and bloated, if you will. And then going into the next couple weeks is when we should start to see the fat loss really begin. And that's when you can sort of say, like, okay, this is fat that I'm losing. Hopefully. So we'll see how that goes. I'm just now sort of getting back on track with my eating because again, over the weekend I was just down for the count. I don't know what happened. It was not good. But I am feeling much better now, and I'm about to go on a trip actually. So I'm going to see my boyfriend. He's down in Savannah right now taking a course that he has to take for work, and I'm going to be traveling and eating while I'm traveling. And so I'm going to try and document that as much as I can so that I can show what it looks like to be on a calorie deficit, but also live your life at the same time and not be so stressed out about it, which I'm not. I'm actually really excited to go down there and see him. I miss him a lot. And so I think it's going to be really good. But overall, this is my weekly check in. I want to do these every single week just to kind of see how things are going. And then in my next check in, you'll hear about how things went over my trip and things like that. I also ate pretty much almost the same thing all week last week. And so I can show you what that looks like in another video, just to give some, I don't know, sort of food inspiration if people are interested in that. But overall, I will say I have lost an inch on my waist. I have lost 6 pounds, mostly due to the water weight that I've lost, 2 pounds just because of whatever happened this weekend to my body. And I'm feeling good. My energy levels are good. I'm actually PRing in the gym, which is interesting for me because it just didn't happen last time I was on a calorie deficit. So it's actually really nice to be on a calorie deficit and still be seeing gains in the gym, if you will. So hopefully this trend keeps trending and it all goes well. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Honestly, I didn't want this to be very long. I just want to be, sort of like a quick weekly check in. But if you're interested in any of this or you have any questions or whatever it is about starting a calorie deficit or anything like that, please feel free to reach out. Please feel free to ask. If you also are in a journey of your own, please let me know in the comments or DM me directly. I would love to support you along your journey as well. And if you like this type of content and you're interested in it, I have a ton of other videos on my channel talking about this particular type of content, like my calorie deficit, weight loss tips, etc. And I would love to have you subscribe and join the community, join the journey. And I'm so grateful for each and every one of you who watch these videos because I know that it's not a lot, but thank you so much. And I will do my best to document while I'm out of town so you can see what it looks like to be on a calorie deficit but still live your life and travel a little bit. So I will do that and I will see you in the next video. Bye.